Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 84 of the Dear Herbalist podcast titled The Importance of Roots in Autumn Herbalism. Now, in podcast episode 83, I talked about in the fall, one of the best parts of the plants to harvest is the roots. And so we're going to dive in a little deeper with that today because I think it's important to really build that out on why that's important and one of the things that you should focus on. So if you are new to this channel, welcome. And if you are a returning listener, thank you so much for your continued support. I definitely appreciate that. Follow me on all my social media sites at The Demystified Herbalist, especially this month because you're going to get a lot of free recipes for the fall. Now, let's talk about the importance of roots in autumn herbalism. Now, in autumn, as the growth above the ground slows down, the energy of many plants, like I said before, is directed towards their roots. And this makes it the ideal season to harvest your roots. Now, roots can offer a huge amount of nutritional benefit and medicinal benefits to our bodies. And they have been used traditionally in herbal medicine for years, centuries, just beyond, to support health, well-being, and especially as we prepare for hopefully what's going to be the cold months ahead, right? Now, what are roots? You guys know I love definitions. If you know what roots are, please don't be offended. Just nod and wave. Now, roots are the underground part of a plant that actually anchors it into the soil. And what it does is that it absorbs water and nutrients, right? And it helps kind of spread it out to the rest of the plants. Okay. So in herbal medicine, the root is a powerhouse of stored energy, nutrients, and bioactive compounds. This is the reason why we focus on that, especially in the fall. Medicinal roots, okay, like your dandelion, burdock, ginger, licorice, ashwagandha, echinacea, these type of roots have been long revered for their ability to support your immune function, digestion, and overall vitality. So let's talk about the nutritional benefits of root herbs. Number one, like I said before, they are rich in nutrients. They are packed with essential vitamins and minerals, including potassium, magnesium, and iron, which are very crucial for supporting our bodily functions. Magnesium alone is responsible for well over 700 different functions in the human body. So if you have any type of issue, especially arthritis and these type of things, you need that magnesium, as well as that iron, especially if you have blood disorders, if you have anemia, these type of things. You need potassium, you need iron, you need magnesium, all right? Plants also are high in antioxidants, which helps protect our cells from oxidative damage. And we'll go into that deeper in future podcasts because I know people hear the word antioxidants, free radicals, all this stuff. What does all that mean? Stay tuned. We're going to get into that in a future podcast. Now, another nutritional benefit of root herbs is energy boosting. So many roots are rich in complex carbohydrates, providing a slow, steady release of energy. Now, this is very important for helping the body sustain itself during colder weather. Another nutritional benefit of root herbs is adaptogens. So some roots like ashwagandha and ginseng, they're very adaptogenic, meaning that they can help the body adapt to stress and restore balance to the immune and endocrine systems. So if you've got that in-law that gets on your nerves and now you're snowed in, you got to keep dealing with them, get you some adaptogens, okay? Get you some adaptogens right now to help your body adapt to stress and restore the balance while you have to sit there and tell your mother-in-law that her meatloaf is amazing and it tastes like dog food, okay? Get you some adaptogens in your life. All right. Traditional uses in herbal medicine. So one of the ways, there's a lot of different traditional uses that roots are used in herbal medicine. Number one, for immune support. So roots such as echinacea and astragalus are traditionally used to strengthen your immune system, which kind of help the body fend off colds and the flu during the fall and winter seasons. Okay, it helps the body, any type of infections or any type of damage to the body, it helps the body fight that off. Okay, help the body's immune system fight that off. Another thing is roots are often used for detoxification. So burdock, a lot of people have heard of that, as well as dandelion roots are known for their detoxification properties. Burdock for your blood and other areas of your body, dandelion roots for your kidneys, liver, these type of things. And they promote your health and healthy digestion by clearing out toxins from the body. See why we need roots? See? Digestive health. So ginger and licorice roots have been used for centuries, okay, to soothe any type of digestion issues, reduce inflammation, and support a healthy gut. And then finally, roots have been also used to nourish the body. And this is through tonics or teas, which help actually build and replenish your body's system, especially after you've had any type of illness or any time during times of physical or mental stress. So if you have an onset of an issue, typically you'll have one herb that you use or a formula that you'll use to kind of help the body fight off and really, strengthen the system so that it can do what it needs to do to help you get better. But then after that, you want to get some sort of a tonic to help build and replenish your body's system. So roots are also really good for that. Now, why is the fall the best time to harvest roots? Number one, energy concentration. So during the fall, plants naturally draw their energy and nutrients down into their roots to store for the winter. So this means that the roots are at their most potent and nutrient dense during this time. Number two, herbal tradition. So in many herbal traditions, autumn is considered the ideal time to harvest your roots because of their medicinal properties are the strongest, right? When the above ground parts of the plant have died back. That's an obvious indicator that the energy has went elsewhere. Okay. Another reason, sustainability. This is another reason why fall is the best time to harvest, because harvesting in the fall allows the plant to go through its life cycle. So by waiting until this time, you support the plant's regenerative ability and ensure future harvest. You're kind of working with the plant. And then lastly, preservation for winter. So fall harvesting allows us herbalists to preserve the roots for the winter to use when fresh herbs may not be available. Fresh is always best, but if you have to dry them out and all of that, hey, do what you got to do. At the end of the day, roots tend to store well and retain their potency through drying or tincturing. And don't feel bad if that's all you want to do. I just want to work with roots and I want to do tinctures and that's it. I don't want to do any other type. Don't feel bad. Trust me, do it. Now, let's look at the types of medicines that roots can provide. Let's look at those types. So number one, decoctions. So roots are commonly prepared as decoctions, which involve simmering the roots in water to extract their beneficial compounds. This is perfect for like your tougher, denser plant material. Two, tinctures. So roots can be tinctured in alcohol, glycerin, or vinegar, offering a more concentrated form of their medicinal properties that can be stored for long periods of time. And with tinctures, you really don't need a whole lot. I mean, you don't want to just get you, a fifth of some tincture or something and mess around, hurt yourself or your kidneys. So you don't want to do that. Tinctures, you need typically a few drops in something and just keep it moving. Another type of medicine that roots can provide are through powders. So many roots can be dried and ground into powders, which can then be encapsulated, right? Or what you can do is create your own herb rolled pills, okay, by adding honey to the powder, mixing it up, rolling it out into a really thin log, chopping it up into about maybe third of an inch, half an inch, something like that. I'd say, yeah, maybe about a half an inch. And then roll it up and then put a little cinnamon on top or maybe some turmeric, depending on what your formulation is. And you can store that too. You can also put these powders into foods or even smoothies. And then herbal teas. So some roots like ginger and licorice are used in herbal teas for their soothing and nourishing effects. And then lastly, topical preparations. So roots like comfrey or calendula can be made into salves or poultices to soothe any type of skin irritation, reduce inflammation, or even promote healing. So why is this important for herbalists to know? Why is this important for anyone to know, right? Number one, understanding the best time to harvest roots is very important so that you know that your herbal preparation is going to be as effective as possible. You want to work with the natural rhythm of the plant to get the highest quality medicine. I'll say that again. You must work with the natural rhythms of the plant to get the highest quality of medicines. Where is the plant putting the medicine at what time of the year? That's what you want to ask yourself. And wherever that plant is putting down its medicine and its energy at that particular point of the year, that's where you want to get it. So when it comes to roots, we know that that energy, as well as all of the chemicals and all that good stuff, goes down to the roots during the autumn and fall season, or autumn/fall, however you want to say that, right? Another thing is that learning different parts of the plant, so roots versus leaves or flowers, will allow herbalists to make informed decisions about what to harvest and when, depending on the plant's stage of growth, as well as your desired medicinal outcome. And then also, harvesting roots in the fall helps you to maximize your resources and make sure that you have potent, effective remedies for the winter months. So knowing how to store them properly also ensures that you have long-term access to these medicines. And like I said, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Don't try to go for the most difficult roots that you're going to have to find in the hills of Africa somewhere. You know what I mean? Don't do that. If it doesn't grow in your area, the point is to go out and try to find what's in your area so that you can use it and have access to it should you need more of it. Now, let me give you some really quickly new perspective on root herbs. Now, roots are not only physically grounding, but many herbalists believe that they have an emotional grounding effect. So using root herbs in the fall can also help people feel more anchored and more connected during colder months where they may feel more scattered or low in energy. Could be because of low vitamin D as well, right? Now, some roots, like your burdock and your dandelion, they are prebiotic, meaning that they feed the good bacteria to your gut. And so with modern research increasingly focusing on gut health, they see the connection to immunity and mental health and mental well-being. So herbs do play a vital role in supporting a balanced microbiome in your gut. And then the adaptogenic properties of roots, like ashwagandha, can support us as we enter the fall and the winter. And this is when stress tends to increase. And I'm just going to get my little philosophy on that. I think it increases because you're forced to sit down, because you can't go running around. You can't run away. So you're forced to sit down with yourself and your thoughts, with your family. And when your mind gets still and quiet, it's going to force you to deal with some stuff. It's going to open up some boxes that maybe you don't want open. But my father always said, what you resist will persist. So stress increases because now you're encapsulated. Now you're, slammed in and bunched in. And now you really have to sit with yourself and your thoughts. Or you may have to sit with that person you really don't even care for. So that's why I think that happens. I don't think you get any more or any less money during this time. Inflation is through the roof right now. It's straight ridiculous, at least in America anyway. And that's been year round. So I just think it's a matter of sitting still and what that stillness brings, especially during the winter months where the body, not the body, but the season is the season of sit still. Stay grounded, stay anchored, stay connected, and deal with what needs to be dealt with. So I think that's why. That's just my little theory. Don't quote me on that, okay? But roots support your endocrine system and they help regulate your hormones. And during this time, they can help you provide a sense of balance during the season of lower light, as well as increased demands on the body. Because now if you're cold, the body got to warm you up. You're running, all these things. The body is just working overtime, right? But at the end of the day, understanding the importance of roots in autumn herbalism is very important. And we can make the most of this season's harvest by making sure that we have a well-stocked pantry of potent, nourishing roots for the colder months ahead. These powerful plant allies support physical health, emotional balance, and overall vitality as we move through this season. So get out there today. Do a little research first. Get your herbalist notebook out. Do a little research. What kind of roots do you need? What type of issues do you tend to deal with? Write that stuff down. Then determine which plant root would be the best to address it, and then go find it. All right? And once you write that down and you go find it, then you bring it home, wash it off, chop it up, dry it, and store it. That way you have everything that you need and you can sit down. So I hope that this podcast has helped you. I hope that you guys are out there already digging around in bushes and stuff. Make sure you're not in somebody else's yard though, as you're doing urban harvesting. For my urban herbalist out there, be careful. But at best, get what you need and go ahead and take care of that. I pray that you guys are in good health, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And reach out to me. Shoot me a message on all my social media platforms. What are you guys harvesting? What's worked for you? Let's build a community. Like I said before, be kind as always. I don't tolerate people being rude or disrespectful. That's just not my spirit, so I'm not tolerating that from anyone else. Feel free to ask questions. There is no dumb question. Feel free to give information. I'm not only the teacher, but I'm also the student, and I understand that. So let's build a community out there on social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm working on X, but I'm consistent on Instagram and Facebook. So you can always find me there, or you can email me at thedemystifiedherbalist@gmail.com. So if you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media sites, like I said before. And I will continue to bring more informative information. I'm working on some products now. And I do plan to have more of a presence on YouTube to start teaching more there as well. So stay tuned with me. I have a ton of information to share with you, and I'm excited to do it. Thank you so much for all my listeners and my supporters. We are on our way to 100 episodes, y'all. I'm so grateful, so blessed, so thankful to each of you, and first of all to the Most High for just blessing me to be able to do this and to give this information and share what I love. I love to share, I love to teach, I love to learn. So with that being said, family, have a great evening, and with that, I'm out.